Oompa loompa oompa dee dee. If you are wise, you'll listen to me. What do you get when you guzzle down sweets? Eating as much as an elephant eats. What do you get getting terribly fat? What do you think will come of that? Well, hello there, people of the world. This video is about a response video to Dear Fat People. You know, the video that's been floating around with a bunch of controversy. Bunch of people are upset about this video. By Nicole Arbour. She's a popular YouTuber. And I love that she's so judgmental. Okay, I'm gonna first get this out because I love judgmental people. Okay, as a judgmental person myself, I love people like Nicole Arbour who can actually go out there and be judgmental and judge, you know, the world. And that's what Nicole Arbour's whole channel is about, really. When you look at her channel, she's judging like all kinds of people.
If you guys have been watching my videos, you realize I say things that get me kind of crucified. I'm not like other people.
I love that. Because judgmental people are honest people. Honest people are more judgmental. I mean, have you ever noticed that children sometimes have no filter? They'll just say whatever, even if it's offensive.
Trick or treat. Raisins bite. Phoebe, you're fat. I'm sorry. She's my younger sister. She doesn't know what she's saying. Fat, Barbara.
Middle kids are the best. Middle kids are the best.
You ever notice that? See, Nicole Arbour is actually portraying a childlike attribute. Isn't being childlike supposed to be a good thing? Well, who's being more childlike? Nicole Arbour or all these people who are so afraid of offending anyone? You see, children, they don't have a restraint. They'll just say whatever's the truth, whatever's on their mind. Nicole Arbour, thank you. Thank you not only for helping the obese people in the world. Thank you for helping me. You being so judgmental and honest, it actually gave me permission. I feel like I can be more judgmental now just because there's people like you. Nicole Arbour, she's been getting so much hate for this video. I mean, ridiculous amount of hate. You know, they think she's like bullying the fat people, and that's obviously not the case. Nicole Arbour was only trying to help those people. She's trying to warn them that their unhealthy lifestyle is going to, you know, give them an early grave. And for this, people should be thanking her. Instead, she gets a bunch of hatred. And that's what happens to judgmental people. I myself know this. I've gotten lots of hatred because they think, oh, I'm too judgmental. People just hate to hear the truth, you know? They just hate to hear the true reality. They hate the tough love, you know? They always want a sugar-coated message. They want a politically correct, watered down, oh, well, you know, we can't offend anyone. People are afraid of offending people.
If someone tells me that I've hurt their feelings, I say, well, I'm still waiting to hear what your point is.
Right.
I'm very depressed how in this country you can be told, that's offensive, as if those two words constitute an argument or a comment. Not to me, they don't.
And Nicole Arbour, she cuts right through the bull crap and gets straight to the point. And that these obese people in the world, they needed to be judged. They needed a rude awakening.
You really are a fat bastard. Hey, do you have to call me fat? That hurts my feelings.
If we offend you so much that you lose weight, I'm okay with that. You are killing yourself.
You know, I don't know her real intentions. I think it was coming from a loving place, personally. Because to be a judgmental person, you have to really put yourself out on a limb, right? Nicole Arbour really had to risk everything to make that video. It's a very risky type of thing to do, to judge people. People hate to be judged. I mean, you have to know that Nicole Arbour knew that she'd be hated for this video. She knew how much hate this video would get her. She did it anyways, because she loves the fat people that much. People love, to be told exactly what they want to hear. And I think that's what's going on with these obese people. A lot of them, they are surrounded in a little bubble, a little protective bubble of all their friends that they never say anything negative, right? The friends are like, oh, you're beautiful, blah, 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 body positivity. That's not what these obese people need to hear. They need to get a little message of body negativity. It's a negative thing. It's shameful to be obese and fat. Come on. That's what these people need. And you know what? Nicole Arbour has proved it, because this second video she produced, it showed that there's some of her followers, her video really inspired them. They felt judged and ashamed, and they went out there and they cleaned up their act. And they actually lost a lot of weight. They changed their diet, they exercised, and lo and behold, it worked.
Big shout out to all the people who used my Dear Fat People video as workout motivation.
See, that's the problem with the world. The world is like trying to, all these, PC people don't want to offend anyone, but they don't realize, they don't want to be hurtful, and they think that's loving. That's not necessarily the loving thing to do. Sometimes the loving thing to do is to actually hurt somebody a little bit, hurt them with the truth so they can wake up. A little news flash, just slap some truth into them. And so I commend Nicole Arbour, and I love judgmental people, because there's not enough of them, because everyone's so afraid of offending everyone. You have a bunch of people pleasers, and the world's not going to improve that way. Some people need the harsh judgment, and that's what all these people are not understanding. If you just give people if you never tell people the truth, some people are never going to wake up. Maybe for some people, they don't need harsh judgment. They can just improve on their own. They just need all these friends telling them how beautiful they are, and then they're going to be inspired through that to lose weight or whatever. But other people, that might not work. Other people, if they never hear the truth, if they never hear the harsh words of you're fat, you're obese, you need to change, you're killing yourself. If they never hear those words, they're going to go through their whole life and they're going to die. And that's really what this is all about. It's we want to people like Nicole Arbour. She made it very clear it was a loving thing she was doing. She was trying to go out there and help, inspire them to actually change. That's what it was all about. So it was for their own good, to help them. You can't just assume that everyone's going to respond to all the positivity.
Every inch of you is perfect from the bottom to the top.
And that's what judgment is about. And that's why we're judging the obese people. And I myself included am judging them. All right? Because I love them. I want them to realize that they are really trashing their bodies. They're decreasing their odds of living forever. And that's what it's about. It's about living forever. So when you see someone doing something that is killing themselves, the loving thing is to point that out. Warn them. And I'm not saying be mean about it. And I don't think Nicole Arbour was mean about it. I think she was rather nice. She was playful and fun. It was a comedic video. You got to give people room to do their artistic whatever they're doing. We all judge. At the end of the day, we all judge. We all should judge. But we judge in our heads. But a lot of us don't voice our judgments. What I'm saying is, let's voice our judgments. Let's be brave and be judgmental, and let's take the backlash. Even though it's hard, it's the harder path in life to be judgmental, is what I'm saying. You know? Truth hurts. It's gonna hurt people and they're gonna hate you for it. You know, if you're not hated, maybe you're doing something wrong. If everyone just loves you, you know, I think you're doing it wrong. I think the real way to go through life is to be a judgmental person, even if you're hated for it. I'm judging all the fat people out there. If you're fat, wake up, love yourself. Love yourself, and if you really love yourself, you're gonna be inspired to lose that weight. You need to feel a little shame so that you could eventually change and then really love yourself. Because you're gonna have a hard time loving yourself if you're fat, right? The secret to loving yourself isn't just to accept yourself the way you are, you know? Don't buy into that. The secret to loving yourself is fixing your flaws. Fix your obesity, then it's going to be easier to love yourself. But you have to start by feeling the shame, and that's going to motivate you.
Look, if you want to feel good about yourself, it's impossible to feel good about yourself when you're doing something that's self-destructive. Also, self-destructive behaviors that result in damage or debilitation or even disfigurement to the body, that's never going to be perceived as beautiful.
I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are going to hate me just for making this video. I don't freaking care. Go and hate me all you want. I don't care. It only, judgment, when people judge me, it helps me. I want to be judged. I want your judgments, because judgments is how we improve ourselves.
Yeah, Bobby, people like to be corrected when they're doing something wrong. That's how we improve ourselves.
You're going to judge me. I'm going to receive that judgment, and I'm going to decide if this is a valid judgment. If I should use this judgment if I should change something about myself. That's what judgment is about. It's about change. It's about promoting change. Judgment of ourselves, judgment of the world. Go out there and be judgmental. That's the real message. And you know what? You're going to love yourself for it. This is for this is a message for the obese people and the fat people. Judge yourself. You shouldn't even need someone like Nicole Arbour to do it. She's definitely doing you a favor by giving you a little rude awakening, but you should give yourself the rude awakening. You should be the person that takes the reins of your life, judges yourself, and makes a change. Start to be healthy. Start to actually eat healthy. Start to exercise. Start to do whatever you can to lose that weight. Because it is dangerous. All the doctors and the scientists, they all agree.
Oh, Don Juan must lose some weight. It's not healthy in a man of Piangi's age.
Obesity is life-threatening. It's cutting your life short. Which is a big deal, because if your life is cut short, you're not going to live forever.
Whoa. Big deal alert.
If you want to live forever, you gotta be alive at the point in the future when we cure aging. Aging is gonna be cured in the future. So if you're not alive at that point in time, you miss the boat and you lose. And that's what's happening to a lot of obese people now. They could have made the cutoff, but they're dying of their clogged arteries and their heart attacks because they had a bad habit that they couldn't shake, because they never had the motivation, because they're the world we live in. It enables them. We have this world where there's people are, we have the body positivity, and just be positive about your body regardless of how fat you are. It's ridiculous. We have literally there's a fat acceptance movement.
I think it's saying fat is coming back and it's okay to be fat. That's fat acceptance right there.
What the heck? What kind of world Twilight Zone is this? The fat acceptance movement? Give me a friggin' break.
Oh, do you find me sexy? Oh, look at my titties. Oh,
That's ridiculous. We don't need a fat acceptance movement. We need a fat shaming movement. You know, it's like Nicole Arbour said in her video. She said, shame people with bad habits
Until they fucking stop. Fat shaming.
That's what I'm talking about here. Shame is a useful tool. You know, sometimes it's more negative. The negative thing is to not be negative. The negative thing is to not expose the truth and shame people. That's the real negative thing. All these politically correct people, they're the negative ones because they're not they're not promoting the change. They're not really helping these obese people. Who really loves these obese people? The people who just say, hey, body positivity, or the people who say, the people like Nicole Arbour and myself who are actually judging them and trying to wake them up, make them feel that shame so we can spark that drive to actually change. Here's an interesting fact of the day. Probably didn't know this. Wikipedia on Tesla, Nikola Tesla. Tesla displayed the occasional cruel streak. He openly expressed his disgust for overweight people, once firing his secretary because of her weight. If it's... there you go. And it must be true because it's on Wikipedia. So, you know, like I always say, the best people are judgmental people. Think about the weird dichotomy here. You have Nikola Tesla, most people love and think he's some saint, and then you have Nicole Arbour. Most people hate her, but both of them were critical of fat people. You see? What Nicole Arbour was trying to do is she's trying to keep obesity a stigmatized thing. She is trying to make that stigmatized, which is important. Stigmatization is important for society. We need to have certain people and behaviors stigmatized because this is a deterrent. It causes people to think twice before they're fat, right? If everyone stigmatizes fat people and shames them, people are going to be like, oh, you know what? I don't want to be looked down on by all my friends. And so they're going to think twice. Judgment is how a society keeps itself fit, you know? Psychologically fit and physically fit. I think of a world without judgment, it'd probably be something like, have you ever seen the movie WALL-E? Right? All these fat people just like going around on little floating chairs, just disgusting. People should feel ashamed for being obese, you know, unless they have a medical condition. And Nicole Arbour said that she was not talking about people with a medical condition, such as a hypothyroid or anything like that. It's about the people who have the power to change, but they're just too lazy, they're just too apathetic, and they're just really taking their body for granted.
We ain't got no shame about our weight, 'cause our weight makes us sassy.
Jesus, dude. What's happened? It's like something's lowered the bar to the point that nobody feels any shame anymore.
I noticed a lot of people were just like saying, you know, hey, mind your own business, leave the fat people alone, let them do their thing, don't try to shame them. Well, you know what? By that logic, we could say, oh, leave the anorexics alone, you know? Leave the other eating disorders alone. We don't leave them alone because we love them. We love the anorexics. We don't want them to die. We love the obese people. We don't want them to die. So we have to help these people. If you love someone, you'd warn them. And that's what I'm trying to do. That's what Nicole Arbour's trying to do. We're just trying to warn the fat people that their unhealthy lifestyle is killing them. That's what it's about. I want the fat people to live forever. And you're not going to live forever. Well, you're going to have a less likely chance of living forever being fat.
Are you gonna tell the doctor that they're being mean and fat shaming you when they say you have fucking heart disease?
Good on you, Nicole Arbour. Thank you for being a real, honest, judgmental person out there and not just some PC people pleaser. You know I'm right, and you know Nicole Arbour is right. I hope you live forever, Nicole Arbour. You seem like you'd be a good person. You'd bring a lot of fun into the future. I want you to live forever. I don't want you to get old and die.
Hashtag dead. To be or to zombie? That is the question.
How sad. You know, you do so much to keep your body fit and healthy and youthful, and you just get old and die. What's the point of this? What's the point of this life? We do so much to maintain our health, and aging sucks it all away, destroys everything. Death makes people not care about their life because they figure it's just going to end anyways. This is the problem. As soon as we can conquer death and aging, people will actually start to care about their health because they'll realize, whoa, I could live forever. And there's so much more to lose. But in the world we live in now, it's like people don't care because they're figuring, well, they're going to die anyways, so might as well eat junk food, might as well live a risky life. We're all going to end up in the grave anyways. See, this is the real travesty of death. It just sucks the purpose and the meaning out of everything. Death sucks the meaning out of this very video that I'm making. If I die, it was pointless to make this video. It was meaningless. If I die and cease to exist, everything I ever did, everything I ever accomplished was meaningless. It didn't matter how healthy I was in my life, didn't matter what I did, how many great relationships I had, how many people I judged. Nothing matters if I end up in the grave. You see what I'm saying here? Thank you for watching, and I hope you live forever. Work on your health, you know. Be healthy.